Alright, here we are. So the SX has the top cover on it, in a temporary fashion at least. And we're ready to give it a test run. Here we go. Okay, so we got no pops or bangs, which is a good start. And we've got the displaying the startup, which is good. The settings are quite bright. I don't know if that comes through on the camera. So this is the LCD with all its default settings. I think they're all about halfway or something, or they're up very high anyway by default. So they can definitely be tweaked, and we should be able to tweak them using the new LCD control panel. So just to run through it again, so the top one's volume. That's still an analog pot volume control type arrangement. The 4 buttons that used to be analog pots that were rotated for brightness and contrast and color and hold, they are now push buttons. So the button here should be menu, which it is indeed. So we can rotate through what we want to adjust, and this should be up, so it is, and the one below it should be down, which it is. Fantastic. And the very bottom one is source select. So you've got AV, which is the composite input, which we're not using, and then you've got I'm not sure what that one is. It may be the VGA input. And another blank option. And back to S-Video. So I believe one of those will be the VGA, which is probably that one. Not sure exactly what the blank screen is, but it could come in handy. Okay, back to S-Video. So let's give something a shot. Now, this SX has Jim Drew's Ultra Reset, I think it's called, which is like a little micro that reads how long you press and hold the reset button in, the floppy reset button. And depending upon how long you hold it in, it'll either, like a normal quick press will just reset the drive as per usual. Holding it in for 3 seconds will reset the machine to a cold reset. If you hold it down for 6 seconds, it'll change the default drive from 8 to 9. So at the moment, if I grab a disc, it should be on 8, I think. So it is. So holding that in for 6 seconds would change that to 9. And if you hold it down for 10 seconds, that will then change the ROM to Jiffy DOS. Let's see if it does. And there we go. So that's Jiffy DOS. And I'm not sure if that activated drive 9 or not. No, it didn't, which is good. So it's Jiffy DOS drive 8. And Petsky robots. And how could you go wrong with that for a test? So let's see what kind of sound we get and what sort of display we get. I don't know what the volume is going to be like. It could be about to blast us all away, or we're going to hear nothing. I'm not sure what it was set to when I put it together. I'm going to say that's sort of soft. Alright, so that's all the way down, nothing, which is what we want, and so at this stage, I would say we have success. So the controller board's doing its job perfectly, doing everything that we want. And the LCD is displaying the picture quite nicely. Again, I'm sure it's not probably coming through on the video, but this is like a billion times better than the CRT. You know, I can quite clearly read the boot up text. I could type on this, and I could actually use it as a machine quite comfortably without the need to hook it up to an external monitor. That's the difference between, you know, the CRT and this LCD. Now, I did do the S-Video mod on this, which I'll provide links to the original project. It's hard to get this particular model of screen with the hackable firmware. Even if you can get a 5-inch LCD that does composite, it's still a huge benefit. I actually had one of those in here before I was able to source this hackable unit, and I'd still say leaps and bounds above the standard CRT